In order to see the implementation of some of these effects, let's navigate to the Project Files folder, then navigate to Chapter 11, and click on the file 11, Common Effects. In the first comp, we see our little goldfish above a white solid. We want to create a gradient background on our white solid, and there are several ways we can do this. The first of which is to add a gradient. Now in After Effects, when we want to create a gradient, just remember you want to generate new pixels. So we'll select layer number 2 by pressing 2 on the number pad. Then from the Effects pull-down window, select the family Generate, and under here we'll find our ramp. Ramp will produce a 2-color gradient. Now we can change this from linear to radial, but it's always going to give us a 2-dimensional gradient between these 2 points. If we want something a little more custom, we can choose a 4-point gradient. We'll select the effect called Ramp, then hit Delete to remove it. Under Effect, again, we'll choose Generate, then go up to our 4-color gradient. Here under our 4-color gradient, we have the option for positions and colors. Under the positions and colors, we see the 4 different points and the colors associated with those points that make up our blends. Here we can describe all of the colors by simply clicking on the color chip or use the eyedropper to click any of the gradients that have already been produced. So with the eyedropper for the green color, I'll click, then select an orange color over here inside the comp window. I'll do the same for the magenta and the blue color as well. The blue color I can change by clicking on the swatch or by clicking on a color somewhere else inside the composition. This time I'll choose the white from the goldfish's eye. Now I can move any of these points around and create new gradients by blending these 4 colors. But we can do more by simply duplicating this effect. So with the effect selected, I'll use Command D or Control D on a PC to create a duplicate of the effect. Now the duplicate is going to have all of the same parameters as the one above it, so it won't appear any different. But if we close up the first effect, then on the second effect, change the blending mode from None to Overlay, we can see the difference as the colors from our second effect are applied to the first effect. The Overlay blending mode is really giving us a blown out gradient. We can change this by modifying the colors. After we've modified the colors, if we modify the positions of these new colors, we can see the gradient shift even more. Now if we use any other blending mode, we can get dramatically different results by using something like the difference mode. Now rather than seeing the original colors, we're seeing the difference between the 2 colors and getting this green underwater look. Using expressions in parenting can create an even more dynamic use for this effect. So now, if we create some simple wiggle expressions for each one of these points, we can animate them without ever having to set a keyframe. So for the 4 points in our second 4-color gradient, we'll simply hold down the Option key or the Alt key on a PC, then click on the point value. This is going to set up our expression, and now we can simply type in the wiggle expression, then in open parentheses, with the frequency, a 2, then a comma, and 50. We'll use close parentheses to finish the expression. By clicking 0 on the number pad, we can see a quick RAM preview of the animation created by this wiggle expression.